what they want.
The devotee is 47 people.
For this class.
For this class?
Wow.
I haven't.
How about we do Uddhava Gita?
47
Uddhava Gita
people.
is too difficult for them because with Sanskrit and
Nothing's too difficult
No,
for us.
no.
We're an advanced class.
no. Advanced means
That's right.
advanced means into Sanskrit book. No, if we break this, go to the root, then it is much. It brings much out. Only reading translation is too superficial. If you read the translation, that anyone can read.
Yeah.
But only when you go to the root, then you can find something extra meaning, extra explanation comes. Uddhava Gita I did once here.
You did here?
Say
Once I
hi.
did.
Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
I'm going to send to Pavitra. She said she has a stomach flu. So she's not coming. But I'll tell her that we miss her.
We can talk.
Welcome back.
Yay!
Put it there.
It's
Put
like a
it back.
reunion today.
I know.
That'll make her happy. See your smiling faces.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Sorry.
Okay. So yeah, we can think
Do
of.
we have a prayer?
Huh?
Opening prayer?
Normally for this we have never developed on. We can say Sahana
Not
Bhavatu.
two. Yeah.
Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So we are on the same chapter where it is called Padosevanam. Arthat, meaning just taking refuge in God, or to serve the Lord. That chapter. So it is the same way, it is praise is going on, that how great is that. So we are on page 218, no? 218. So the 217, there is no connection though, the same thing is repeated. 217 said that the task of those who seek to cross the ocean of samsara, rendered dangerous by the crocodiles. Who are the crocodiles? Constituted of the 6 passions, is very difficult indeed if it is undertaken without the help of Ishvara as the boat. So that means you want to cross the ocean of this samsara, this world. So you have to take help of the boat, just not only to swim in the ocean, which is infested with crocodile of 6 passions. What are the 6 passions?
Kama, Krodha,
Moha.
Moha,
Matsaratsa or something.
Mada,
Pride,
Matsarja.
jealousy, desire, anger, greed.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it.
I don't know the
It's lust,
Sanskrit
and
words.
not just desire. It's
Oh,
lust.
Lust.
Okay, that's important distinction.
Yeah. Therefore, resort to the boat at the worship. Resort to the boat. And what is that resort to the boat? That is the worship of Sri Hari.
I don't know if crocodiles go in the ocean, though. It's kind of a mixed metaphor, don't you think?
It is.
Ocean of samsara. The river, you can think of it.
Okay. It's a lake.
Big lake.
Very, very big, like Michigan.
Come.
Hi, Sean.
Yay!
Welcome. Thank you.
It's because of Bill.
Because Bill came.
Yes.
So glad. How are you, sir?
Good, good.
It's good to see you. You want to sit here?
Yeah.
Sit here.
No, too much respect.
Oh, we move our stuff.
You must stop.
Why not put it on the left?
Thank you.
Warm welcome. How are you doing?
So,
That's pretty much how you were last time.
Yes.
Unchanging.
So the worship to worship the Lord, therefore resort to the boat of the worship of Sri Hari, the Supreme Lord. And here that is the point. Whenever you think of Krishna or Hari or Rama, it is, we have to understand it is talking of the Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord, literally they say that is the highest God. Vaishnavas will say, if you don't go to that Hari or Krishna, then you are gone. If you go to Rama, then it will not happen. If you go to Hanuman, it will not happen. But that is the fanatic idea. Supreme Lord means the absolute reality. And cross this ocean of misery, which is difficult to cross by any other means. That means you can, we have read that Sankhya, Yoga, all these doctrines are there. But this is the grace of God, and you have to take help of the last trace. You do your effort, but the last is the surrender. So you have to serve God. Whatever may be your Vedantic understanding, that's true. It is a reality. Now look at Swami Turiyananda and others. No? Those who are whole life they are talking about this, ultimately they come to a conclusion when they are almost super bhakta. Ma. Huh? So that we read. Now today it says, whichever intelligent man, that means those are intelligent people, save those who want to waste their lives by indulgence in blasphemy and in impious living. How the sentence goes, whosoever intelligent man would fail to cling to thy lotus feet. That is the time. This is a long sentence, Sanskrit. When you translate it, there is no other way. When you translate this and try to be a truthful translator, it's very difficult. You have to break like that and go. So it says that intelligent, that means whoever is intelligent, a person, they would fail to cling to thy lotus feet that are worshipped by with undisturbed and unquestioning faith by our Guru Brahma, as also by the 14 Manus. That means the Manus are the predominant spiritual entities to control the entire age. Yeah. Manu, Manmantar. Manu, one Manu goes, another Manu comes. That means president.
Oh, really?
The ruling of the country. So the
prime
whole.
The deities? Okay.
The
deities.
all, everything. Manu is the ultimate leader. Manvantar, it's called Manus.
Governing body. Like.
Governing, ultimate governing
But
force.
under Brahma. Below Brahma.
But Brahma is praising him. What he says? That even the Brahma, it is under Brahma, but even Brahma, he is saying that his undisturbed and unquestioning mind, he is taking refuge to Vishnu, the Lord. Now, here Vishnu, that's why Brahma Vishnu, here Vishnu is highlighted because it's Vaishnava text.
Oh, okay.
But here the sense will be Vishnu means the all-pervaded cosmic consciousness. That is Vishnu.
Oh, okay.
Vishnu is Vyapnoti iti Vishnu, that which pervades, that which permeates everything, the whole cosmos.
So the Vaishnavas then basically equate Vishnu with Brahma.
Krishna, with Krishna.
Krishna,
They don't. We are
Vishnu.
Vedanta, we are talking about that.
Okay. But then to them, it's Vishnu, Krishna is Brahma.
No. Brahma's guru, Brahma is worship Vishnu. Vishnu is the highest. There is nothing above Vishnu.
Nothing above Vishnu.
But Vishnu
Are
is
you a
not the
Brahman?
Nirguna Brahman that we are talking about.
Ah.
For them, Vishnu is a Saguna
Saguna
with
Brahma.
form from whom emanates this Brahman.
Okay, because it's dual.
And he says, even what is your Brahman according to them? Brahman is the luster
Correct.
of the body of Vishnu, Mahavishnu. The Vishnu from whom the creation has come is the supreme of gods and goddesses, and there is nothing beyond. And what you talk about, you Vedantins talk about Brahma. Brahma is the luster which emits from the body of Mahavishnu.
So they
I talked to a Hare Krishna,
Mm.
and he said, I asked him where they're going, and he said, well, we're going to go to Krishna Loka.
Right.
And I said, thinking like advice, and I said, yeah, but that's just another temporary state. And he's, it's going to, maybe it'll last eons and eons, but it'll eventually degrade. He got very hot about that. He said, no, it isn't. It's a permanent state. It lasts forever. So that's the way they think.
No, that is their devotional scheme.
Even in Christianity, the heaven lasts forever, right? Yeah, so it's the same concept.
Forever. So there is no Brahman behind it. That is the highest.
No, even when you put a question of Brahman, in the scripture says of Brahman, they say this Brahman is just the rays of light or luster that emits from the body of Krishna. So Krishna is the moon, main. If he is not there, no luster. So your Brahman is useless. Only the byproduct.
ISKCON says that Krishna is even above Vishnu.
Krishna is above Vishnu. Because they are Hare Krishna. But even in Vaishnavism, there are other schools. They will say Nabi Mahavishnu.
Yeah, as per them, Krishna is an
Incarnation of Mahavishnu.
But they also sing about Rama. Rama and Krishna, Rama.
They say so. I do not know. Actually, what happened, these are all philosophies come because of the how one have perceived it. No, look at that. If you say so, I try to reconcile this. I have no conflict with this idea or that idea. Say if you say Ramakrishna have to remember the first vision of Ramakrishna about Holy Mother, the Divine Mother. So Divine Mother is the image. No. Ramakrishna wanted to kill himself, and at that time in a flash, it appeared to Sri Ramakrishna. What appeared? We can all justify. The body of Mother became all effulgent, all living, as if a living entity. And the beam of light, the whole inner sanctum, sanctorium, is filled with the light of emitting from. And then it became light. There is no mother anymore. No description in the description. But this dualistic concept, if I hold on, I'll say it is the mother's luster.
Right.
No problem.
Right.
But yeah, actually mother is the main thing. He was crying, oh mother, show your form, I want to see you, I want your vision and this and that. And when the first vision, they are not saying, the mother is saying, hello, how are you, my child? No. But mother appeared to the child as that everything form is melting into the formless. No. But it started with the form and radiant from there. So when they say your Brahman is the radiance of Mahavishnu or our Krishna, from that standpoint, if you hold on to that particular aspect, yes, that's why not to contradict with anybody. Every vision experience from one standpoint. If you go to the other standpoint, it may nullify, it may be different. But that's why Advaita Vedanta is the highest, because there is no you to judge, no you to say what is that. So long you are describing, you are taking help of your body, mind, you forget the body, through your mind even. Trace of mind should be there. Description. So absolute state is undescribable. So Vedanta, as a Vedanta student, we are very proud to know that yes, this is true. This can be, I have no contradiction with them when I think myself in this level. And Ramakrishna said, there is such a attraction. Ma, I don't want to be Brahman. I want to test you. No? Test the sugar, not to be sugar. These are all statements, not contradictory. At a different states of mind. Oh mother, don't make me unconscious. I want to live with bhakti and bhakta. Is he not saying? He's going to ecstatic mood, to losing the total outer consciousness, merging into the cosmic. He says, Ma, don't do that, please, please. And also he says that yes, the big ship was going on. You try to make a separation, but it is impossible. That story of the big ship going, and they don't know that is a magic, and that says magnetic mountain, and all the parts of the ship is getting pulled apart and is getting shattered and getting merged into the magnet mountain. So God is the that Atman is the that absolute state is the highest. There, your little how much you want to preserve, I want to enjoy, but Thakur is saying that much, but going to Samadhi again. And then again lost into Samadhi and then come back after some time. So this is a demonstration in the history of the world. We did not know, you did not have understood these scriptures in this depth. That's why Swamiji said his life is an example before the world to understand all states of experience. All states of experience. You can look at him and explain the scriptures. He's the embodiment, Veda Murti. He's the embodiment of the Vedas. Vedas means not only Saguna, not only Nirguna, Saguna, Nirguna, Sakar, Akar, Nirakar, all these different attitudes which manifested in him. So here they are explaining that way, that whosoever intelligent men would fail to cling. That means if someone is intelligent, how one should fail to cling, hold on to the lotus feet that are worshipped with undisturbed, unquestioning faith by even the Guru. Our Guru means, who is saying this? Pracheta. Prachetas, advising Prachetas, Rudra speaks of the importance of clinging to a Rudra's Guru. Rudra is who? Shiva. The different forms of Rudras are there. So Rudra, Maha dancing Rudra, Tandava dance, no? Of the Shiva. It's called Rudra. So Rudra's Guru is Brahma. Brahma says this, no? If you are intelligent, hold on to the feet of unquestioning way as a that worship with undisturbed and unquestioning faith by our Guru as also by the 14 Manus. As for the translation, note, the idea implied here seems to be that it is not reason but passion that stands in the way of developing a strong faith in God. The more a man is attracted by the life of the senses, the less will be his proneness to have a vigorous and living faith in the supreme life. That means only intelligent men can do like that, but save means otherwise, like people, like major people in the whole world, save those who want to waste their lives by indulgence in blasphemy and in impious living. That's saying that ordinary life of living, who does not love God, who can have not any fascination for God, excepting those people, every intelligent person should take refuge in the feet of the Lord. Now, the keen delight to be had in the service of the Lord's feet is highlighted in this word of Pritha. But it says, the delight in the service of his feet, growing day by day, what it does, washes off the ageless accumulations of impurities in the aspirant's mind, even as the water of the Ganga sprung from his toes. His toes means Narayana, There is a story. All Ganga came from where? From the feet of Lord Narayana. That's why, what is Ganga Avatarun? There is a story of Ganga to bring Ganga down to the earth, no? So, who brought it, Ganga? Bhagirath.
Who's that?
Bhagirath. Bhagirath.
Bhagirath.
Bhagirath.
And then Ganga is called Bhagirath.
Bhagirath.
Bhagirathi.
Bhagirath. So what happened? It was his ancestors all were stuck into after death. They are all held into because of their impious activity, sinful activity. So to purify them, to bring them into life and get them free, that Bhagirath,
60,000 sons of Shavar.
Ah.
Sagar.
they did something wrong, in the Puranic story is there, so they are being cursed to stay into the hell of this life. And then Bhagirath, born in that family, he is a pious, he thought that how can I rescue them? So he prays, and it says only Bhagirath you can get it if you can bring Mother Ganga. That is a Puranic story. And how to bring Mother Ganga? You have to pray to Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, and pray Mother Ganga, you are in the heaven with Lord Vishnu or Narayana. Please come down. And where the Ganga sprung from the feet of Vishnu. That is the belief. But who will hold that heavy rush of water? And that's why Mahadeva, in the cosmic mat, what you call the hair, jata, mat,
The matted hair is full
matted
of
hair.
water.
Yeah,
Dreadlock.
that's why it held it. That's why only Shiva in his matted lock hold that.
Shiva
And now
holds it?
Shiva hold it. Shiva was kind. Then he begged Shiva,
So
please,
it's falling
please.
with so much force.
Yeah.
And if it falls on earth, earth will be destroyed.
Yeah.
So he holds it first.
Then said, oh my God, now he's hold, but what to do? Then came the string. That's why spring like that Ganga comes from the Maha. There is a story. Mother Ganga, where are you coming? I'm coming from the jata, the matted lock of Mahadeva. Actually, that is the second stage. First stage started from the feet of Lord Narayana, then was hold in the matted lock of Lord Shiva. No one can hold it such tremendous
Like
way.
this. When Bhagirath was praying,
Hmm.
and then Brahma said,
Hmm.
it cannot be released, the Ganges cannot be released like that.
Hmm.
When Narayana Vishnu takes Vamana Avatara,
Hmm.
he will become Vishwarupa,
Hmm.
and his feet will touch all the three worlds,
Hmm.
and his toes will topple down the Kamandal, and the Ganges will flow down.
Hmm.
Then only you will get it.
Acha.
That is how she started.
Anyhow, there are Puranic stories are there.
Yeah.
And then it was going and torrential rain. That is the Mahadev lives where? The Himalaya.
Oh,
The matted log is the Himalaya. So glacier. From there glacier, the tremendous flow of is coming. And then it washed away. There are many stories on
So
the
that's why there's often Shiva is depicted as having like water coming out of it.
That's
So
the
that's
Ganges.
the thing.
Oh,
okay,
Mother
so
Ganga.
that's why.
Mother Ganga coming out
Ah.
for the redemption of the people who are sinful people. That's why it is a belief. You touch Ganga water, you will be free. That's why, because it's coming directly from God's, Lord's toe. That's why they are.
That's the way we clean our hands.
Swamiji,
Huh?
what about Ganga water in the bottle? Then you get it,
Yeah, the same
Same
Ganga.
thing?
They got the same Ganga water,
and it would have the same power.
same power.
Good.
Mm.
Good to know.
Yeah, that's why we
Bottle power.
sprinkle Ganga water for everything. Even if you cannot, normally you are going to do anything, you cannot take a shower, just sprinkle Ganga water. And Ramakrishna gave that faith in us. Said that three things are not belong to the world. Three things. Ganga Bari, the water of the Mother Ganga, Ganges, though it may be dirty, but it has the power of redemption is there fully. Gangavari Brahmavari. And another,
What?
the dust of the holy Vrindavan.
What's that?
Dust means the ground,
Yeah,
earth.
dust I know.
If you
but
go to
what's
Vrindavan,
Where Krishna.
Where Krishna lives?
Uh,
Okay. I'm really ignorant about this.
That's okay.
no, you know where is Vrindavan? The gopis played with Krishna,
Oh, okay.
and that time his feet touched that holy land. That's why that has become
Oh,
ever
okay.
pure.
Okay.
And Thakur used to do. And the Jagannath's prasad. Jagannath is Puri. In Puri, in the Puri, on the bank of the ocean, there is a big temple which is called Jagannath. Jagannath temple has as the Jagannath temple here also. No, in Hare Krishna people have some temple there called Jagannath temple, and that Jagannath is the Nath, means Lord of Jagat, this whole world, the Lord of the world, facing towards the ocean. And you see, he has no eyes, he has no hand cut like that. You don't see sometimes wooden one picture, three pictures side by side. Their eyes are not with our like
Oh
lid.
yeah, it kind of looks like a doll,
Yeah,
right?
doll.
Yeah, but that's a version of Krishna, right?
That is
Krishna, Balaram, and no,
Yes.
Krishna, Radha, and Balaram.
the
Right?
Krishna, sister,
Sisters, Krishna's sister, not Balaram.
Balaram, and say
Oh, Balaram.
Balaram is white.
Oh,
Jagannath is black, and you have seen the eyes. They have no eyelid like us. It's
Right.
Vedantic. He does not blink. He's timeless,
Right.
observing infinite.
Right.
And
So what is Jagannath's
Sat
prasad
Chit
then?
Ananda.
Oh.
Vedantic explanation.
what's that?
Sat Chit Ananda.
So
Oh.
the Ganga water is Sat? you're
No,
saying?
no. I am not
This
in.
is
Those
that-
three,
that
Balaram,
three-
Balaram.
Krishna is Ananda.
Oh, Balaram.
Is it
Krishna.
three
Krishna and
aspects?
No, not Radha.
Radha is
Subhadra,
sister.
Krishna's sister.
Okay.
Subhadra. But Vedanta explanation is that it is first your attention, if you go to the temple, three deities are there side by side. First attention will go to the black complexion of that is called Jagannath, and they thought it is Krishna. And his elder brother is Balaram, is a white. And then comes in between sweet, which is called Subhadra, and they call it is Sat, it is the Chit, white, and this is the Ananda. So you have to be very focused to reach Ananda. But anyhow, this three in duality expressed. That's why it is called practically it has become whatever it has become, but its worship was non-dualistic people can worship this way. Anyhow, so
That's where Lord Chaitanya went, right?
Chaitanya, that's why he was always crying and weeping, "Oh Jagannath Swami, O Lord of the Jagannath, Nayana Pathagami, come before my eyes, Bhavatume," and cried and wept like Ramakrishna and ran from Bengal to Puri. It is the Odisha, in the state of Odisha. Anyhow, that's why Ramakrishna recognized or told three things in the world is not of the world. They are all heavenly, all divine. What? Ganga water, the dust of the ground of Vrindavan, where gopis played. Who are gopis? Whose heart was only in God. They only kept their body, but their mind was saturated with Krishna. That's why that dust, they have become so pure. Even in our many sadhus keep, our Swami Sarvadevananda Maharaj used to keep the dust of the
Yeah,
Vrindavan.
I have a little locket.
Really?
It
do?
has dust of Brindavan in it. Yeah, I bought it on Etsy. They sell it
yeah?
from Brindavan.
Right.
They probably just go out and sweep the porch every day
Yeah.
and fill up their lockets, you know. And,
Dust up.
No, some sadhus bring it. When they visit Vrindavan, they take the dust from there.
You know, how did they get through customs with that Ganga water? Because you can't bring any water anymore.
Check it in.
But you can check in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, in the suitcase you can
Ah.
take it. Oh, that's right.
In your carry-on, you
just
can
buy it here, right? It's in
Huh.
bottles.
bottle or
No, but then how does it get
No, you check it
from
Does it
India you
go
can
to-
bring it.
go there and
Or it's
get
100,
it
under
yourself.
100 ml, then you can bring it
I
and carry
see.
on.
Okay.
And carry on you can,
No,
but
they always make me throw out my water.
Yeah.
that's because you are
Under 100
carrying
ml you
on.
can bring.
You are carrying on, but if you empty the bottle and fill up inside, I do that. I don't spend money for drinking water.
Yeah, because it's expensive there. It's like $5.
$5. Why shall I pay $5? So I drain it out, but foolishly I forgot that. Sometimes I'll get delayed. Hey, what is there? I find one bottle water. And they take away the bottle and throw it.
No, at that time also they will tell you either you drink it.
No, nowadays they
No,
don't
won't
say.
They
even
don't
let you.
even allow you to
No,
Trust me.
they keep it.
They keep it or throw away.
Of course.
Anyway,
But now is this prasad? It's like any prasad.
No,
is
no, no.
offered to
Special
Jagannath?
no. It is like a rice is given to Jagannath, and after that, what we offer like rice. So that rice now they put it and dry it under the sun. So it is a dry rice, and it will linger for time. Even Ramakrishna used to take every day one. Our Sahananda Maharaj used to
really?
take every day after taking a shower. The first thing to touch little dust of the Vrindavan and put 1 or 2 grains of rice, Jagannath's prasad.
So it's
Sprinkle
something
again.
we have to buy.
Sprinkle, eh?
It's something we have to buy.
No, I can give you if you like. I have
Oh.
stock.
Yes.
Wow.
Ah.
Fancy. I'll never eat it, then I'll save it forever.
No, you can eat 1 or 2. Their supply is always available.
Really?
People come from Jagannath to Calcutta. But I can tell him, hey, bring. And so they will supply. It comes. They make a package.
I see.
And in hand sewn packets, they push it and seal it. So it is every day it is dry. It may not be tasteful, but it is called the Thakur used to M, the writer of the gospel. He used to wait because Thakur used to do this. He used to wait for the incoming train from Odisha. Whoever coming to Calcutta, he used to stand there and he will beg. What he is begging? Begging that dry rice. You can beg it because it's so holy. আসুন না ঠিক আছে আমরাও বেশি কিছু করি
You're that chocolate.
See how everyone is happy with you.
Well, I am happy with everyone. It's every action has equal and opposite reaction.
So he says the delight in the service of his feet, growing day by day. If it grows day by day, if our love for God, page 219, 219, verse number 10 and 11. The delight in the service, if one finds delight in the service of his feet, like the pujaris do the puja every day, they grow day by day. And as it grows, what it does? Washes off the ageless accumulation of impurities. These impurities in our mind which has collected, it is life after life after life, whatever good, bad we did, that dust has accumulated. And as it has accumulated, it does not reflect the face of the Lord. So if we do the service to the Lord every day, devotional service, this is emphasizing if you do, it washes away layer after layer after layer. And accumulated impurities in the mind of the aspirant. Even as the waters of the Ganga sprung from his toes, remove his sins through his bodily contact with it. If you get bodily contact with Ganga, sprinkle Ganga, that means you touch in the Ganga, then you are pure. And Thakur used to say, that's why the story. Ganga is so pure that as you touch, sins cannot touch you. But what happens? When that you leave that Ganga, that means that effect of the Ganga is gone, then again the sins come in. That's why prayer and meditation is the way to wash the mind clean, and then the sins cannot come back again.
Do they do rituals at someone's death with the Ganga water?
Oh yeah. Everyone dies in Hindu faith. Normally they are given a bath preferably Ganga water, but it is not available in all the places. They would do with the ordinary water. But in our Belur Mande too, any sadhu dies, they will first show the dead body to different temples, chanting Hari Om Rama Krishna, Hari Om Rama Krishna. It's a beautiful vibration it creates. All the sadhus and monks are chanting that mantra and go to Ramakrishna temple, Mother temple, Swamiji temple and all these places, and then they take into the bathing ghat up in front of Mother's temple, and then they bathe the body and then dress like a fresh. It's a new journey. He is going to the eternal abode of freedom and peace. So they clad them with a new cloth and put a begging bowl because he is a monk. Those who are householder, they don't need to put the begging bowl. They put their dress and something nicely decorate, then put sandal paste and this and that. As a fresh journey. The life, this body's purpose is done. Now he is going to another realm. No? Like that. A devotee cleansed of all mental impurities and endowed with the strength which is born of non-attachment and realization, establishes himself at the feet of God and is never affected by the miseries of the cycles of birth and death. That means they get total freedom. So the seeing that age-old all impressions of bad karmas which accumulated in our heart, consciously or unconsciously, what we do or did can be wiped out this way by serving the Lord. And come to the practical point, Vedanta gives a very wider, greater explanation of this service. Service not in the temple only, but service to anyone we do. It is the Lord is in everyone. If you do with this attitude, Shiva, and Jiva is not Jiva, it is Shiva. So when you can do this service, then that washes away your all the dross of the mind, and as a result remove his sins. And a devotee, when cleansed of all the mental impurities, it can go on like that, and when it is perfectly clean and endowed with the strength, he gets the strength. What strength? Strength of non-attachment. In our ignorant state, we are attached to so many things. Our body, our mind, our emotions, our thoughts, our ideas, our this and that. Even we are attached to our thoughts and ideas about God, about this, about world. That will also go. Total detachment will come, accepting, absorbing God. So strength born, it is a strength. How it is born? Born of non-attachment. And not only non-attachment is a negative thing. I am not attached to this, I am not attached to this. But I have a realization. Non-attachment is a negative aspect. Realization is the positive aspect. Realization of that, and as a result, they will never be affected by the miseries of the cycle of birth and death. Birth and death cannot touch because he is detached. His mind is thinking of God, have become so pure. Impure mind gets attached to things. But when the mind is pure, it is as good as Brahman. Pure mind is pure Brahman. So that never gets to be born again. That means he becomes eternally free. Now again, if it is argued that it is only by the Vedic karma that purity of mind is attained, it is pointed out in the Jama's words that it is not so. Some may say, oh, only you can do that karma by karma kanda. Vedic ritualists will come. No, not that seva. You have to perform the homa fire and make all the sacrifices. No? If you say so, well, no, that is not. That is certified here. Like Jama said. What Jama said? The devotee who, like the bee, has enjoyed the nectar of Sri Krishna's lotus feet. That means his mind is dedicated to think of the Lord. No? Never again finds delight in the abundant enjoyment of the worldly life. Worldly enjoyment is there. But when you get a taste of the love of God by pure mind, which is clinging to the feet of the Lord, they get so much delight. Naturally, their mind does not feel any attraction or does not feel any mood to think of them at all. It becomes spontaneous. That's why I call renunciation should be spontaneous. How spontaneous? Spontaneous means otherwise mind will go. Only if we have a taste of something higher, then the taste for the lower thing automatically goes away. So that's why Krishna's lotus feet, those who have enjoyed the nectar which comes out of the nectar of the Sri Krishna's feet, or we can say our chosen ideal, we think day and night, and what joy we can get from there. It is like a bee only sucks honey from flowers. It does not go to filthy things. Similarly, this mind, thinking of the Lord day and night, it becomes like a bee. And bee sucks the honey because there may be available. The flies can sit in filthy thing as also in the honey flower. But bees don't go to the filthy things because it has grown a taste of higher joy. So he is considering the pure mind as like a bee. It is a normal detachment. Even the thing is around, he is not interested. He is not at all attractive to them. Never again. That's why again. Before he was, no one is a saint forever. Saint became a saint. He was a sinner and became a saint. So after this generated mood in the mind of a sadhaka, when he loves the feet of things of the Lord, he becomes like a bee. And then he only sucks the honey from the feet of the Lord. And as a result, that he finds delight in the abundant and never again finds any delight. There is joy, but that joy is trifling because you got a greater amount of joy available always, no? Abundant enjoyment of the worldly life. This worldly life is what? Enjoyments are which are nothing but an accumulation of sins. Sins means, why it is sin? In Vedanta, if we explain, sin means it takes us away from God. That which puts a blockage between me and God, that is the sin. But there are others who, prompted by their own passionate nature, they resort to ritualistic karma under the guise of atoning for their sins, but who in the process generate and accumulate more sins. Because karma kanda is very difficult. If you want to do, if it is not done perfectly, all the Vedic karma kandas, they're very, very careful to do everything perfectly. If you don't do, you will get the opposite result. That story, Britra was a demon. He started one karma kanda, one ritualistic fire oblation, and he started the Indra. I want to be Indra. But Indra is standing in my path to let Indra die. If Indra dies, then I will get the position. So he started putting oblation. Only while putting the oblation, his chant was wrong. Indrasya Satru, Indra Satru. Indra Satru is a word, in grammatically, two. Indrasya Satru, who is the enemy to Indra. That means who? He himself. And another Sanskrit is there, Indra Rupi Satru. Indra Satru is my enemy. Indra is my enemy. So it is going that side. And if you mispronounce, it comes to you. And actually it happened. He mispronounced. And when the last oblation was given, his head went off. Instead of Indra's head to go, his own head.
It perfectly wrong.
wrong.
Yeah,
Because you are saying, you are praying, oh Lord, please behead the Indra. Let the Indra's head go. Then Indra will die. So I will be the king. That's my purpose. But when he uttered the mantra, it's Indra Rupi Shatru. Indra, the form of Indra, that is my enemy. That should be the word.
right.
But he said Indrasya Shatru, who is the enemy to Indra.
Yeah,
Let his head go off. And it went off after 100
Oh
days.
my goodness.
That's why I said it is not good to do the rituals like that and you think that you will get out of the sin.
Yeah.
Because you may incur sin. In the simple way, say, oh Lord, please help me. Yeah? As a devotion, love, and wash his feet and serve him. And Vedanta will extend, serve everyone, that vegetable form of the worship in that loving aspect. Then your mind will be clean. And as the mind will clean, your attraction for the petty things will go away. The low, very, very petty, low category of ideas and thoughts, you will not find any joy in relishing those things. So you will live in your total freedom will come. Note, it is uncompromising doctrine of the Bhagavat. What is that? That genuine devotion is the best atonement for all sin and the most potent cause of enlightenment. So according to this Bhagavat text, no karma, no meditation, but here only service and devotion. Devotion can clean you from all sin, and devotion can give you the inspiration to love him more intensely. Enlightenment it will bring ultimately. It is here contended that Vedic ritualistic action prescribed as expiation for sins are themselves born of the prompting of the rajas, Rajaguna, which is the source of all sin. But nishkama karma or action without desire, performed as an offering to God, is not of this kind. It stands on a different footing. It is a part of devotional life and should be distinguished from mere Vedic ritualistic karma criticized above. Here it is meant that if you do the ritualistic karma, that's why Vedanta also teaches. By karma kando is not bad, it is for the beginners. By doing this karma, you know that perfectly do the karma is difficult and you are trying to get out of your sin. Go on, do the mistake, commit that. Then you say, oh, I tried. Oh Lord, you please do something. When you are tired and you feel that it is you tried and it failed because of some so much fine intricacies of the rituals are there. So is it not good to say, oh Lord, you are my mom, you are my dad, please help me. It's an easier way. Nishkama karma is performed to please God, and its sure fruit is the strengthening of our devotion to Him. Now again, 13th verse. In Brahma's words, the service of the Lord's feet is described as the highest. Again and again giving all the quotations. Said, O Lord, I shall consider it my greatest good fortune if in this life as Brahma or in any possible lower embodiment in the future, I become one among your devotees and do service to your holy feet. He who is saying it, Brahma. Brahma himself is saying. Brahma is who is the Brahma? Creator God. So Creator God himself is praising Lord Vishnu. What he says? That, O Lord, O Narayana, I shall consider it my greatest good fortune if in this life as Brahma as I am now, or in any possible lower embodiment, if I am not, even not Brahma, I go down to some other earthly life, no? In future, I become, this is my prayer, that I become your ardent devotee. I become a devotee verily attain the supreme state from which there is no. I become one among your devotees and do serve to thy holy feet. Every day we say, chant the name of the Lord, etc. So, what is the last line there? Is something that I can serve you and your children like that. The devotees pray always that, what? Go. Probably is there, check it. Thank you. Now the next one. Again, this is continuation of the same.
Now I know how you got so far.
The lovely feet, because it is good.
Trick now.
Huh?
Nothing, I'm saying now
The-
I know how you got so far because you're skipping the Sanskrit.
Yeah, Sanskrit, and I am now in a mood today seeing so many of you.
Yeah, good.
So the lovely feet of the Lord, far famed for holiness and affording shelter even to greatest sages, are to his votaries, his followers, who seek such shelter, which is a veritable ship that renders the great ocean of samsara as easily negotiable as the puddle made by the hoop of a calf. We say every day, hook print. So the lovely feet of the Lord, he's saying that his feet, this is the Pada Seva, so feet. The feet of the Lord is far famed. It has his great name for what? That is the holiness, embodied holiness. And this your feet, affording shelter even to the great sages. The great sages and saints, they are worshipping, they are praying, they are doing austerities. No? For them, your feet is the shelter. For we, the ordinary people, that is the shelter. So your feet is a shelter to the great sages, and also who follow votaries, your votaries, and to his capital, means lords, who seek such shelter. And that is, seeking that shelter is like getting a veritable ship. You climb into the ship. You don't fear about crossing the ocean anymore because you have taken a big ship is there to take you out of all dangers easily and take you to the other shore. A veritable ship that renders the great ocean of samsara as easily negotiable as the puddle. And this ship, this whole ocean, it will appear like that, like a little hook print. How much water will hold in between the hooves of a cow or a horse? This much. And no one fears that, oh, how shall I cross this? So this whole world, now you see it is a big world. You are frightened how to cross this ocean of life with so much terrible people here, so much negativity, sin, bad, good going on. It will appear like this much hook print, water hold into the hook print. You just do nothing. You can ignore that. You have hold on to the ship of the feet of the Lord. That means who take refuge in the Lord, this whole world is to him nothing or her nothing. The Lord's devotees verily attain the supreme state from which there is no danger of return to samsara. Once you go there, no one can bring you back here because you are free. This world has become meaningless for you and it cannot frighten you, neither it can allure you because you have taken a big shelter in the big ship. Labdha king muchukundu, on the danger of not seeking shelter at thy feet of the Lord said, what he said, 15 verse, if a man having by some good fortune got the rare embodiment in a healthy and perfect human body, if a man having by some good fortune, it's a good fortune to have a human body. It's also said in the Viveka Chudamani, no? This life is, human birth is very rare. So if a man means a woman, having some good fortune to get the rare embodiment of a healthy and perfect human body, having got this, fails to take shelter at the feet of the Lord. You have a good body, you have a good mind, yeah, and a human body, and be having that golden opportunity. If one does not take this advantage, does not take shelter at the lotus feet of the Lord, he will fall into the pit of worldly life, drawn by the attractions of the fleeting sense objects and domestic affections, just as an animal falls into a well covered or camouflaged with attractive grasses. I give you a good example. There is camouflage, there is a grass, but there is no grass. So you think I will get good food and jump on that and falls into misery. Similarly, a person who does not take shelter at the feet of the Lord, his life is like that, wrongly directed, and he tries to find peace in wrong place and wrong ideas. Okay, so we can end here. So today is Tuesday. Tuesday, huh?
On verse number 12 at the bottom of page 219, it says the devotee is never again going to delight in the abandoned enjoyments of worldly life. And then it describes worldly life as nothing but an accumulation of sins. So that puts worldly life in a very bad light. I mean, it makes
worldly life is always bad.
Yeah.
But living in the world, the good devotees they live, that is not being criticized. It's a worldly life, living only in the sensate plane. They are obsessed with that. What is the
That's
joy?
where they have the play of the 6 crocodiles.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if some finds joy there, okay, let them have it. But they are missing the great joy what a devotee can get out of love for God. They get joy. They are not suffering, but they are also getting joy. But this sensate experience is not the goal, so it is not the...
Yeah, it makes a really good point about these 6 crocodiles of passion when it says you can't do it on your own, because when you try to do it on your own, you're going to have these impulses of the 6 crocodiles. One or another, or all of them are just going to take you down.
Right. That's why we have to take the support of the big power, big force to take.
Do we have vigil on Friday?
I think so.
Do you know? Have you heard?
Vigil, no? This week?
In the bulletin.
It was.
Vigil is there.
Now being mentioned in the bulletin, monthly bulletin.
It's not there?
It should be there.
It's
I'm saying it's mentioned in the bulletin.
This Friday.
Yeah. It's kind of a holiday.
If it is mentioned in the bulletin.
And so why not bring one? Check it.
The last day of the month.
Last day of the month. I said, let us check just now. Before that.
I don't know if there's another Friday after that. It's 20th.
Should we do tea preparations?
Yeah, tea preparation. Go for tea preparation. Sure. Oh, 30th.
30th.
Oh, 30th. Okay.
So not this week then.
Okay.
That is our conflict. This week or next week? Say, we have only one viewer.
One viewer?
Ah.